Have you ever walked into a restaurant, seen packed with people, waiters rushing, every table is full, orders flying? You might think, wow, this place must be making huge profits. And then you order something fancy like a dragon chicken or paneer sizzler. While eating, you do a little math. 1 kilo of chicken is around 220 or 230 rupees. And so they've served around 250 grams of chicken. So that means 55 rupees. So let's add 50 or 40 rupees for masala and garnishing items. So it's around 110, and the remaining margin is obviously profit, but the reality is very different. That's what most of us think. We see menu prices, crowd, and we assume that restaurants or cave businesses are goldmine. But reality it's different. Hi everyone, you're watching Siamese Nikhil YouTube channel, and let's get into the today's case study of restaurants and caves businesses. So let's get into the global stats now. Around 70 to 80% of restaurants shut down within first 2 to 3 years, and in India it's even tougher. Around 60% of businesses shut down in very first year itself. What's happening behind the bright lights, fancy interiors, and smiling staff? Let's take a pause and think. Yes, restaurants look even crowded now, but what about weekends? Who coming on Tuesday afternoon or Thursday evening? What about the rent of that prime location, staff salaries, raw material wastage, maintenance, online delivery commission, and taxes? The truth is, what looks like a profitable crowd on weekends often hides the 6 days of slow sales and heavy overheads that quietly eat away all the margin. Whenever someone plans to start a business, one simple thing decides whether that business is going to be successful or failure. So that is 4 P's of marketing. It was just a basic theory from textbook, but it really decides whether that business is going to be hit or flop. 4 P's are place, product, price, and promotion. This is very basic, but you need to know it's everything is connected. So if one thing changes, everything would be changed. Let us know more about 4 P's of marketing. The first P is product. Is your food what you serve? Its taste, quality, and hygiene. If your food doesn't impress, nothing else can save your business. And the second one is price. Depends on that product, on what ingredients you use and kind of customers you want to target. And the third one is place. Is your location. It must be match your pricing and audience. You can't sell a 300 or 400 biryani in a student area where a 80 rupees or 100 rupees meals work better. And the fourth one is promotion, is how your people hear about you, your online presence, branding, and how you attract customers. And here is the real part. These four are deeply connected. The quality of ingredients you choose affects the food cost, which changes your price, and the price decides the place you can afford, and your location influences how to promote your brand. So before setting up your kitchen, remember, it's not just about cooking food, it's about balancing all 4 P's together. That was truly shapes your successful restaurant or cafe. If you eat a dish worth of 500, it's not profit of 300 or 400 for them. So now let's break down this business model and how this money goes. The biggest chunk, raw materials and food costs, takes around 30 to 35%. That includes everything: rice, oil, vegetables, meat, spices, tissues, sauces, and even salt. And then comes staff salaries, around 20%. Chefs, waiters, cleaners, dishwashers, cashiers, managers, and even parking guy all comes under this. And the next is rent and maintenance, which takes around 10 to 15%, especially in prime locations. Add to that constant expenses, electricity, plumbing, pest control, cleaning, and the bills never stops. And then you have licenses and utilities, FSSAI, GST, fire safety, and water, internet, around 5 to 8%. And next comes marketing and promotion. Social media ads, Swiggy Zomato offers, influencers tie up, another 5 to 7%. And speaking of Swiggy and Zomato, their delivery commissions alone eat up 20 to 25% of order. Finally, there are initial setup of interiors, kitchen equipment, furniture, which takes years to recover. So after all this, the restaurants left with 8 or 12%. It depends on the restaurants. It would be around the profit touch around 20% also. But maximum of the restaurants and caves would be touches around 8 to 12%. And in cloud kitchen it would be around 15 to 20%, and its cave it's around 12 to 20%. So in slow months that can drop to zero or even losses also. So here is a clear summary of all percentage from the breakdown. Raw materials and food cost is around 30 to 35%, and staff salaries is 20%, rent and maintenance 10 to 15%, license and utilities 5 to 8, and marketing and promotion is 5 to 7. Delivery commissions is around 20 to 25%, and profit margin is around 8 to 12, or sometimes it differ. Delivery commissions are more than the profit that restaurants are making. Next time if you see busy restaurant, remember the customers were helping the restaurant to survive, not to make huge profits from it. So let's quickly wrap up our conclusion. So most of the restaurants fail in first 1-2 years because the owners don't understand how this business model. The only who manages operation, costs, and even more, the most important and underrated one is consumer behavior. So, for example, the founder of Cafe Nilofer shared in the recent podcast that they'll be paying 6 lakh a month for a building. The major reason is for parking space. That sounds crazy, right? But that's because they understand how customers think. If parking is a headache, most of the people won't even enter, no matter how good your food is. And same logic applies everywhere. Let's say you visit a restaurant or cafe, you have ordered an item and you're waiting, but the waiter ignores you. Maybe because of the rush. Still, the delay instantly changes how you feel. You might not say anything right then, but next time you probably choose another restaurant. So that's how sensitive consumer behavior is. Even the smallest actions, a late service, a messy table, a rude tone can decide whether a customer returns or not. So yes, consumer behavior isn't a small topic. It's a very vast concept. We'll be exploring it in upcoming videos. Despite thin margins, people often invest 20 to 30 lakhs or even 50 lakhs in restaurants or cafes, thinking it's an easy way to make money. Many choose restaurants over other businesses because of perceived prestige and glamorous, not realizing the real challenges and low profit margins. After all, being a restaurant owner or a cafe founder sounds more luxurious and fancy than being a warehouse owner or a small factory owner. Running a cafe gives that lifestyle business vibe, bright interiors, crowd selfies, and a brand name everyone can see. It looks elegant, social, and high status, something you can proudly tell people about. But a warehouse, a small factory, even if they are far more profitable, they don't carry that same sparkle on social prestige. And that was one of the reasons people coming together and investing on restaurants and cafes. It gives a fancy image in the society. Now let's talk about a smarter approach, that is backward integration. I think I have already explained it in my previous video and I'll explain it again. What is backward integration? For example, in real estate, builders depend on raw material like bricks and cement. But what if they start manufacturing their cement? Now they not only supply to their own projects but also sell to other builders, creating an additional revenue stream and better control over cost. And that's what backward integration is all about. So going one step backward into the supply chain to increase profits and reduce dependency. So same likely if you apply it in restaurants and cafes business. So the backward integration, one step backward, that means raw material. So like chicken, masala items and other sauces. So if you invest on that, you get more margins comparatively than dine-in or cloud kitchens. So your product is available over entire city, not just in one area, one building. Sometimes these businesses also run more profitable because of brand loyalty and the food they serve. So if this type of content excites you, subscribe for my YouTube channel, Siamese Nikhil, and wait for upcoming videos. Thank you.